A change of venue here on IJDM. This video is something a little different than I normally do, and probably different than most channels because it's time to clear some stuff out. I've collected stuff, gotten different things for parts, I've had a few donations. I just can't get to everything. Sometimes clearing this stuff out and selling it gives me the money to do more interesting stuff than just kind of repeating with the same old type thing. First up is an IBM Thinkpad. I'll get to the model number in a minute. Had some hinge damage here that I repaired and glued, and the case is in absolutely horrid shape, I'll be honest. But this laptop still does work. Last time I fired it up, it does have a hard drive, it has a few games on it. What doesn't work, oh god, this thing's crispy. You gotta be careful lifting it. The screen has a slight distortion in it. It is a DSTN screen. You can tell by the two connectors, or I should say the two sliders right here. If there's only one, it's usually an active matrix. But this is a parts machine. If someone needs something to restore a IBM 365E series or comparable, this might be your machine. The keyboard only partially works. The pointing device and buttons do work on it. I think the sound works on it. I didn't really go that far with it. But inside does not come with a battery, although I may have that if somebody really wants to try to rebuild the battery for it. I have it in an auction on eBay. Inside, and I did tape off the front because when it was shipped back to me, somebody had purchased it and then shipped it back. The case got some further damage in shipping, so I'm not thinking this case is going to survive much more shipping on it. Inside there is a hard drive, like I said. It's got some memory RAM, and of course the floppy drive is missing out of it. There is no CD-ROM. It's basically a parts machine, but it does work and fire up, but is in rough shape. So if anybody's interested, contact me via YouTube, and I have some email addresses in there that you can contact me, and I can set up some type of PayPal situation for you. But this does not include a power supply, and pretty much what you see is what you get. I hate to just toss this. I feel like somebody could use this to rebuild another machine, and honestly, I'll let this go fairly cheap because it's not really worth much, and I've gotten out of it everything I need, and there's really no point. This laptop was featured on the Black Knight series. That it was amazing that it actually made it as far as it did and still actually functions is quite a miracle, and that the screen is still functional. And the hinges are really tight, so you got to be careful opening it up. But that is it for this laptop. Next up, we have a HP Pavilion entertainment PC. Look at all these great connections. Wow. Yeah, this thing just nothing really on the back. On the other side, you got a DVD CD-ROM and some more connectors. I do not have the power supply for it, otherwise I'd probably do a video on it. The hard drive has been pulled and wiped and reinstalled again. I zeroed out the hard drive for security reasons. A lot of people sell these laptops without hard drives. I suspect this should work, but the power adapter, I tried with it, it just, either it's not enough power for it. I get some indicator lights, but it doesn't turn on, so the condition's unknown. Is missing one button right there, but if you need a good parts machine, or maybe has a part to fix this, or want to fiddle around with it, it's the HP Pavilion DV4, 4 gigs of RAM installed. It's got a 300 gigabyte hard drive. The drive has been wiped. It's not powering on fully, so I just say it's not powering. And it is missing this. I give it a 5 out of 10, but really it is in, I mean, the case and everything is in a really decent shape for the age of this laptop. And it does have a key. I had a hard time reading it, but tried to translate it from the bottom label on the key for the Windows that was installed, which I think this was a Windows 7 machine originally, as you can see there. Excuse the camera angles. I'm in a different venue in my living room right now just for fun, and just so you can get a little closer and hear the bird noises while I'm doing all this. And yes, I hear it all day long. Sometimes it's relaxing, sometimes it is not. Next up is this beautiful, absolutely beautiful condition. I mean, I don't really see any scratches or anything on it. Maybe a little hairline one there, but I mean, it's in great condition. I do not have a power supply for this. I assume it should work, judging on the condition. I have taken the back panel off, wiped the hard drive. This came with Windows Vista, so if you're looking for a good Windows Vista laptop, just find a power supply, install the OS, and there you go. I mean, it's in beautiful shape inside. The screen looks, I mean, nearly perfect. I can't see anything wrong with the screen itself. And yeah, that's the Gateway, and this is the Gateway M8. 2 GB RAM, 320 GB hard drive, has been wiped. I don't have the power AC, so I can't test it. I'd say the condition's 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10 in my opinion, if I knew for sure everything worked on it, but I don't see why not, judging the condition it was really used. It actually has a really nice feeling keyboard to it. It's a really nice gateway machine. It feels of build quality to me. So again, just contact me via YouTube on the email address, or drop me a note and we can set something up with this. I kind of know what these are worth, and just giving a price on this one, I'm looking at getting anywhere from $50 to $75 for it. So somebody said, hey, I'll give you $50 for that laptop, then let's set up the deal, get it done, and do it. On this one, yeah, I'd go less because there's a key missing or whatever. I mean, this one, 25 bucks, it's yours, you know, that kind of thing. And again, I'm just clearing this stuff out. I have no time to go through every era of Windows laptop. I appreciate the donation, and I love the fact that I'm getting some now, but it's just one of those things that I could, but it's not worth it. Next up is a Dell PP2L or PPIIL. Works perfect. It's in perfect condition. Got Windows XP installed, drive was wiped. It does have a few games and stuff on there. I'll probably just leave on there that, you know, I was testing it out with, but I featured this on one of my little arcade type videos where you can take some of these old laptops and make them into like an arcade. But the screen looks like it's in good shape, just a little bit of something when I cleaned it, but it doesn't appear to be scratched. And the laptop, it's got a little bit of armrest wear, but most of the buttons and stuff look pretty good. I mean, it's a clean laptop. It also says Dell Latitude D610. This one probably $50–$75. I mean, it does still even have the insert thing in it. So if you're interested in this one, you can know where to contact me. And next up, this was featured on a very recent video, is the Roland MT90S. I am looking to get, it's all cleaned up. It's in nearly perfect shape. There's a couple small, almost unnoticeable blemishes on some of the corners, but it is in pristine shape. Does have the power supply. I'll include a couple of meaty discs with this. This unit I'll probably list on eBay for about $150, or if you're just interested in, I'll sell it for $150 if somebody wanted to buy it right here now. I probably won't list these for another week or so, just as I get to different things, because believe me, I have a lot more than this that's been piling up. I bought this just to do a demo on it. I really don't have a need for it. It's a really cool, neat little unit, but I just don't have the space. It's just too much sometimes. And I'm gonna include this separate on a separate little deal, but if somebody's interested in some meaty type stuff, I do have, and I don't know the total count of them, different lessons and stuff to learn on MIDI, which I've never seen this before. So we have all these discs, and it's mostly piano type based stuff. Yeah, it's all kinds of different lessons and accompaniments, background accompaniments. Let's see, more piano. I'm gonna have to try to play some of these before I actually, and I do have to test them. And oh, this would go with the Roland. This is the music file disc, which I haven't actually tried. I'm gonna have to give that a try. I'm gonna put that one aside. Hopefully it still works. Make a backup copy of it and archive it. More piano music. And these other discs I'm not going to include because there's somebody's private discs that were in this little hopper here. So yeah, it's a collection of about, what we got here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what these are worth. I'm just going to probably list these on eBay, so if it's something you're interested in, look for it coming up within the next couple weeks, week or two. I'll have all these discs listed if you're looking for some good MIDI music, and I will probably test most of these out, and we'll test them all out and make sure they all work, and if they don't, then I obviously won't sell those discs at all. But that is it for this video. I do have plenty of other stuff, but I didn't want to make this too long. So if you're looking for some cheaper retro tech and something to play around with, that maybe this is more suited for your era than some of the stuff I normally cover, then this might be a thing for you. And these videos won't happen too often. I'm probably going to do one more probably in another couple months, because I do have some other stuff to clear out, and I do have another laptop that's been fully restored I'm actually looking at probably parting with sometime soon. That would be the IBM 755 CD. So if you've been looking for one of those in your collection, it is restored, it is working, and yeah, maybe you might be interested in that. Again, contact me, and who knows, I can set something up with that as well. It's just like I said, I just don't have the space to store all this stuff, and I'd like to get some extra capital to basically get into other types of retro tech that I've been looking at recently. And we'll see where that goes. Until next time, have a good one, and be sure to subscribe.